What's up, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube? James here in my Redneck Riviera 850 Woodworking. Pretty much my basic and simple garage setup. I don't have a fancy table yet, as I will build one soon. I have to move tools in and out to my work area, outside. Right now I'm working on a 6 foot tall, I know, blanket ladder. I'm in the process of sanding it up, and then I'm going to use my trim router and do a roundover on it. Anyways, so this week I spent my allowance. Actually, I spent more than I should have. So, that quilt ladder on sale today, $50. Local people only here on Facebook. I can't ship a 6 foot one because it would probably cost just as much to ship it as it would buying it. But I went to Harbor Freight. I got these 48-inch bar clamps. And yes, I've been told you got to slide a piece of wood in the inside middle piece for them to be more stable. But this is what I could afford right now, and it's going to work for me. Actually, I'm going to make it work for me. I went and bought some good sandpaper, 3M 120 grit. I will still use my finishing sander. I will still use this to do my 80 grit with, and then I'll use the orbital sander for the 120. I work with Select Pine. Oh, and the other part of my allowance. Since I don't have one of those fancy respirators or dust collection systems or anything like that, got a disposable thing of face masks for 89 cents at Harbor Freight. So, and then thanks to Harbor Freight, I got some free, a big old package of Duracell AAA batteries, because I spent more than $25.99, because these bar clamps were $15.99 a piece. And being a beginner, I'm going to make these tools work for me. I bought these so I could start doing stovetop covers. And I'm pretty stoked. I also built me this morning. I know, kind of generic, but hey, that's okay. Beginner today will soon be an expert. And the expert of today was once a beginner. But I still got to sand it down and put it together. A little stand for my drill bits. Nothing fancy. Pretty basic, plain and simple. But it's easy tasks like this where it helps me get comfortable with the tools that I'm using and utilizing, and gives me practice on cuts and everything like that. I do use Select Pine for my serving trays, my blanket ladders, and that's what I'm going to be doing the stovetop covers with. Right now I have the Metabo 10-inch, and I have to put tape on the other side of the wood so it doesn't get that blowout or a splinter until I can afford to get one of those fine blades to do softwood with. But this is I got a Hercules orbital sander, I have a router, got a Porter Cable brad nailer, got a DeWalt drill. You know, down here, this was a pallet table that I made out of pallets. This was a crate, and I just made the tabletop for it. This is my work area. I'm pretty proud of it. One day I'll get a nice piece of MDF and some 2x4s and 4x4s and make me a slow slide-in miter station so I can put these mile-long boards and whatnot. I'm going to grow. Like I said, the expert today was once a beginner. You begin somewhere, you start somewhere. You know, I got my speed square, I got stains. You know what I mean? This has helped me with my bipolarness, my anger issues, and my PTSD. Man, this has actually given me a lot of patience and has taught me to just let things roll off your chest when things are going bad. And I do this as a hobby. I do try to sell some of them, even though I really haven't had any luck on Marketplace or anything like that. Like I said, I've given away more projects than I have sold. So that means I've only made a couple of projects profitable and made some money on it. And what that does, it helps me go buy more wood so I can just stay busy. It really helps me. I guarantee you, my craftsmanship is what's going to stand out. What things I do and that I'm capable of doing right now, I guarantee you that my craftsmanship is well, because I don't do anything half-ass. I learn it and I try to perfect it and do it to the best of my ability. And my ability is making sure that I give out a great product, that I want to sell a great product or give it away as a gift. But this is my workshop. It's what I have to work with. One day here on this side, I will build a table right there where I could put my miter saw in there, and then build me a little router table. I'll get fancy schmancy like that. But for right now, man, this is I know it's not a big fancy shop, but it makes me happy doing it. And like I said, I really get a good sense of gratification when a project gets done. I can sit there and look at it and go, man, I did that. So that's what makes me proud too. You know what I mean? This quilt ladder came out freaking awesome. I love it. Oh, and I forgot to tell you too. Here's the other part of my allowance is after I clear coat things, I go through with a 400 grit sandpaper, after I clear it, and then now I'm kind of upping my game a little bit, make her smooth as peanut butter, the creamy stuff. I got a 600 grit sanding sponge. So after I do my first 2 coats of clear and I sand it down with that 400, I can come through, put another coat of clear on it, and I hit it with that 600, and she's absolutely smooth. And just to let you know, the stains and everything I used and the clear coat that I use, the polyurethane, it's also very good and can withhandle like the blanket ladders. If you use furniture polish or a dusting and anything like that, it can handle you wiping it down. It's going to be glossy. It's going to be shiny. You ain't going to need to do nothing to it. My quilt ladders come out really, really nice. So this is the Redneck Riviera, as I call it. But make sure y'all drop me a follow. Give me a share. Help me out. That's the way you can help support me. Drop me a follow. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Tell me my shop is shitty. That's fine. In your eyes, it might be. But this shop makes me happy. So, right now for me to be happier, I need to get busy on that 6 foot tall, 16 inches wide blanket ladder. Because I got to sand it, I got to round it over, and then I got to put it together for pictures. Because I'm going to let somebody choose the color. I'm just not going to stain it because people are particular, and I really need to make this $50. I really need to sell that ladder for $50 so I can accumulate and recoup the money that I spent on these clamps before my wife knows. Have a great day.